Thank you for coming to Deb Chanel's 40th World, where we do soap opera reviews. The soap opera we're going to be discussing today is The Young and the Restless, that aired on Wednesday, August 17, 2016. The summary that they give us is Jack struggles with Phyllis' motives, Kevin busts Mariah, and Chloe makes a confession. The first thing we go into Kevin looking at a surveillance tape and sees Bethany getting in the locker that Dylan found the envelope meant to clear Adam some episodes ago. It's at a bus station of some sort. Okay, and then we have Chloe is at the accident site where Delia was struck down and eventually she died from those injuries. Bethany is accusing Victor of giving her the $1 million, which Victor is behind it. He tells Bethany by her disappearing, Adam will get out of jail. Bethany is looking confused. Okay? Alright. Billy is not understanding why she didn't, meaning Victoria, go with Travis around the world sailing. Billy is confused even after Victoria says they are bonded to each other. He don't know what that means, but eventually he researches it in his mind. He understands that the kids will always be there, but they're going to have to always come back to that nucleus of the family, regardless if they're with someone else or not. Doesn't matter. Okay, then we go to Jack. Jack tells Phyllis to stop lying to him because, of course, she's saying she can't eat dinner with him because she got to go meet with some investors for passkey and this, that, and the other. And Jack is like, stop lying. I know the whole truth. Okay, I know the situation with Summer. So Phyllis just takes, she gets taken aback with his reaction or his response to her. Jack is getting in Phyllis' ass about when Phyllis was in a coma. He had to step up and take on the fatherly duties of, being there for Summer. And he stepped up and he stepped in. Phyllis almost told Jack she wanted a divorce, it seems like. She told Jack he treats her like a child more than an adult. Now, Phyllis, the way you're acting, newsflash, you're acting just like a spoiled child. You don't get what you want, so you act out. When will you learn, Phyllis? When will you learn? Period. We go to commercial, we come back. We have Billy and Victoria talking about her decision to stay rather than go with Travis, with Billy. Okay, Phyllis runs over to get Billy and she sees Billy and Victoria getting closer and, talking about family and this, that, and the other, and them getting closer. She sees that. She don't like it. So she really pretty much goes in and busts it all up. Okay, then we have Phyllis tells Victoria she needs to see her privately. Okay, so Billy excuses himself and go find himself at the athletic club, which in turn he finds Jack. But that's another whole scene coming up. Okay, so he leaves and Phyllis tells Victoria to go see Travis in person. It's really important. Dylan gets the news, or the new news, from Kevin, because Kevin goes over to explain how him and Paul had sat down and watched this new video surveillance that came up at the bus stop that they were pretty much surveilling while trying to keep Adam out of jail, but it didn't help. But Kevin still kept on the job anyway with his own resources. Okay, so he goes and rushes and tells Dylan about the information he found and the comments and goings of that, and his plan is part at the time. Okay, then we go back. Jack tells Phyllis Summer called him and Phyllis confessed that she's working with Victor. Phyllis sits on her throne about she's Summer's mother and she's going to do what she wants to do because Summer is her child. Jack tears into Phyllis to talk to him. Don't talk to him that way. He is more like a father and a parent to Summer, so don't try to throw him out or treat him like a little peasant. Then we got Billy and Victoria they're making small talk. Then we have Dylan is sleeping on the couch because Sharon and him got into it, and Mariah is watching all this unfold, and she's like, Dylan, if you sleep on that couch, you're a loser. So then we go to Kevin and Paul. They're still fussing about why is Kevin looking into Adam's case because it's closed. Kevin pleads with Paul to just look at the surveillance tape at the bus stop, which Paul does, and Kevin convinces him to check it out, open up the case again. Victor is talking about Bethany. Victor is talking with Bethany about Adam's case. Okay, Victor tells Bethany he needs her to take the money and get out of town. But Bethany figures it out. She realizes that Victor wants her to be the fall girl for Adam. And Victor tells her if you do what you're told, you won't go to jail. Victor is a pure mess. Okay, we go to commercial, we come back. We have Mariah goes over the case scenario with Dylan and Sharon and Sharon apologized to Dylan. Kevin shows up at Dylan's house and talk about the case and what new evidence they had found. Sharon gives him permission to go on and, do what he got to do. He's far most a cop than anything else. And if he's not doing that, he's not, living up to his expectations of what he was put on the earth to do. Then Victor gets Bethany to take the money and she agrees, but she wants $3 million. And Victor go on and agree with her and give it to her, because he had pretty much sized her up that she ain't nothing but a person that had some infractions at a younger part of her life. She ain't really going nowhere. So he knows she would take money and do anything with it too. So he's like, okay, I'll pay you the $3 million, okay? Then Chloe's still at the accident site. She's talking to Chloe's spirit, or where she feels Delia may still be hanging out. I guess she feels comfort at that spot. And let me see. Okay, then we go on to Victor. Victor gives Bethany the extra $2 million and he tells her to go out of the country. Go to a country that they have no extradition rights to be hauling you back to the U.S. Okay, then Victor picks up the phone and calls someone telling them she just left and told them you know what to do. Okay, then we have Chloe. Chloe goes over to see Victor and she notices a woman with a backpack and asks Victor, is that the fall girl you have for Adam? Victor tells her to come in and close the door, and he's very stern with her, letting and telling her to stop coming to visit him, period. They have really nothing else to discuss, and she really needs to know that that's very dangerous, coming anytime she feel all willy-nilly to talk to him about past events. Their situation is closed, and we don't want it open. Go to commercial, we come back. Victor says, you're not here to go back or renege on our deal, are you? Then Paul and Dylan back on the case to free Al. Okay, Mariah says you're not being objective when it comes to Chloe. Kevin notices the flowers in Sharon's house. Are those the flowers that I sent to Chloe? And Mariah is looking stupid and Sharon is trying to turn her head because she's feeling stupid also. Victoria is not asking, or she's not wanting to go to Mexico to see Travis because she knows she still likes Travis, but she's liking Billy again too now. Billy runs into Jack and Jack lets Billy have it, but Billy's a little confused. He's always confused when it comes to Phyllis. Anyway, we go to commercial, we come back. Billy's going back to what Billy said in the past about clipping what Jack is saying. He's taking Billy back when he had gave him advice on letting Phyllis be her own person, let her fly, don't clip her wings before she takes flight. And Jack just remembering that's what he told him some episodes ago, and Jack is feeling sorry about him not listening to Phyllis. So then we have Phyllis and Victoria still talking about Travis and Billy, which is a waste of time. Then we have Mariah explaining to Kevin about the flowers. They fuss a little bit, and then it's like an end point period because Kevin just don't get it. And Kevin is looking all stupid and asking Sharon, what is it I don't get? What's gotten into Mariah? And then Sharon stands up and says, Kevin, really? You really don't know? And really, Kevin don't know. But hopefully he figures it out or get a clue very soon. Okay, then we go to Paul. He's gotten the fingerprints ran through the system, and they confirm that it's Bethany, I forget the last name, in the system. And then Paul go on to tell Dylan that she only had like minor infractions with the law. That's why she's in the system. She got arrested for some underage drinking and this and that. So no felonies, but she finna have one. Compliments of Victor. So they both are on the case again. Paul gives Dylan back his firearm and his badge. Then we go to Victor and Chloe have a truce, but Victor is telling Chloe, now it's my time to butt in. Then we go to commercial, we come back, we have Phyllis and Victoria still talking about helping Summer. Phyllis is pressuring Victoria, and she gives in to go to see Travis. Jack and Billy are still at the club talking about Phyllis and some about Victoria. Jack is talking about being in it for the long haul with Phyllis. Victor is telling Chloe his plan is taking shape. She just needs to keep her end of the bargain. Then we have Paul goes to where they think was Bethany's apartment, but it looks a lot like Chloe's old apartment. That's the tease that I was getting. And all of Chloe's stuff is there, her wigs and all this other stuff. And they're just stacking everything up against Bethany, because in the system, that's where she had all her stuff, the apartment. So I'm thinking Victor had somebody to do some internet hacking and put all the Chloe's information under Bethany's profile. So it's gonna be a hot mess. I don't know what's gonna happen, y'all, but I'm all ready for it. It was very interesting today. So I'll talk to y'all tomorrow, God willing, and I'll see y'all for more Young and Restless reviews on the 18th. Bye bye.